Hey guys, Legendary Grimlock here, and back at it again with another Jurassic World creation video. And I think the last time I did this, I think it was ZILLA. Yeah, matter of fact, it was could ZILLA work in Jurassic World, right? Where ZILLA would be this hybrid and how he would interact with beings like Camp Cretaceous, the Nublar 6 and stuff like that, how the island would go for itself. And in all honesty, I might do more of these in the far future. I might do one with Manda, because I think Manda would actually be a very interesting take for the Jurassic Park verse in general. Kind of similar to Drogon, but obviously much bigger and much more deadly, right? But today we're going to focus on someone who's a bit more simpler for the Jurassic Park verse, right? We're going to use Gorosaurus. So, how would Dr. Wu create this guy? How would he create everyone's favorite kangaroo kicking dinosaur? And I think Gorosaurus actually gives us a good look at what Dr. Wu could use. Gorosaurus is a mutated allosaur, which I actually think fits perfectly, considering the sheer fact that in the Jurassic Park franchise there are allosauruses running around in the entire verse here. We've seen one in Fallen Kingdom. We've seen one in Dominion. We even know it was on InGen's list. It was very possible that it was on Isla Sorna, but I don't really know about that in general. So Dr. Wu would basically take that information, and I don't think he would use a Allosaurus. No. The first creature I think would be good for a base genome or a base gene, or at least a starting point, would definitely be the Saurophagonex. Now, the Saurophagonex is a supreme version of the Allosaurus, and I think it's perfect for a base gene. It was even stated that it could have possibly gotten to the size of Tyrannosauruses, but scientists don't know just yet. Or at least it was close in height, or at least getting close to those, T-Rex-like levels. Which again says a lot for how big this creature is here. It was actually the apex predator of its time period, much bigger than the likes of Torvosaurus on some occasions here. So I think it's a very good starting point. Next up, I think it's kind of simple here. Carcharodontosaurus has to be in it. I mean, this creature is barely used in the Jurassic Park franchise, if not even existent in it at all here. And again, we've seen the Giga. I think it is time we saw the Carcharodontosaurus in a future Jurassic Park installment. Plus, again, it just fits the DNA of Gorosaurus. I mean, just look at it. The frame, the size, the jaws, and everything just fit it. Now, this one is a little bit weird, but I think Procoptodon should also be a part of Gorosaurus' DNA. The reason why I say that is because, one, the kangaroo kick, in all honesty, just needs to be there. And again, I think it is kind of fun to throw in a wild card in this one, because again, it's a mammal. It's mammalian DNA. This will probably give it the strength to, go on its tail like normal kangaroos and stuff, and then just kick. And it'd be perfect for it. Plus, the added tail muscle from the other theropods and dinosaurs in here would just be perfect. Now, the next one I would add is Maip Macrothorax. And in all honesty, it's just perfect. It really is here. I know I said this about a lot of creatures, but I think the next two I'm putting here are just perfect for this hybridized, or this, creation of Gorosaurus here. I mean, Maip Macrothorax is a bit of a new discovery, but the intelligence, the agility, and I guess you could say the methodology of the creature and how it's able to attack and deal with sauropods. Speaking of sauropod killers, Australopithecus. I think this one is also perfect. Same family as the Maip Macrothorax, except again, a lot more well known. And I actually think it would actually be perfect for the claws, the balance, the agility, and again, the method of killing. I don't know how Gorosaurus would probably be able to take down its prey if it was like the same size as dinosaurs. But probably a combination of, the brute force of a Saurophagonex and Carcharodontosaurus combined with the likes of a Macrothorax and a Australopithecus. And this creature is probably one of the most dangerous beings to walk to Earth. Now, next off, we have The last two here, same family, Mapusaurus. All right, I mean, why not? Why not have Mapusaurus in it? It is a perfect genome for Gorosaurus. It's one of the better genomes for Gorosaurus as well. Next up, Yangchuanosaurus. And now, honestly, it is more of an honorable mention because, again, it's another huge Allosaurid in the same family, but again, much bigger. I think it's around the same size or probably slightly smaller than the Saurophagonix, but again, it was in the same ballpark as Saurophagonix and Allosaurus, or sorry, same family as Saurophagonix and Allosaurus. Now, obviously, the icing on the cake, the champion of hybridization, the Giganotosaurus. The same DNA put into the Indominus Rex as well as probably other, other few predators as well. The Giganotosaurus just fits. It's one of the biggest creatures to ever walk the earth. Its jaws, its teeth as well. So that means Gorosaurus' teeth, along with Carcharodontosaurus's, and the other Allosauridae, the Macrothorax, and you honestly have yourself one of the deadliest bites on Earth. Now, the jaw strength may not even be too close to a T-Rex, albeit it actually might. With the combined jaw strength and jaw forces here, it'd probably be close here. But again, we have our Gorosaurus. A little bit weird, especially with the Procoptodon DNA, but I think it could work. So, how would this creature interact in Jurassic World from a narrative standpoint? Now, I think actually having it in Jurassic World is perfect because it can actually more so focus on hybrid dinosaurs being used for entertainment. And I actually think with the creation of Gorosaurus, a lot of the hybrids made would be for entertainment. You would see how they would interact with half of one species and half with the other. It's very possible that Vic Hoskins may actually influence a lot of the creations of these different hybrids here, and may even look at Gorosaurus as a weapon usage. You know, like a weapon type dinosaur. Or, I'm sorry, a dinosaur that is meant for military applications. Because Gorosaurus could easily be like a tank, easily a unit here. And I think Gorosaurus would definitely be a little bit more aggressive towards humans. Probably because of its DNA, it has some of the most toughest apex carnivores as well. But I think its intelligence would come close to the Indominus Rex here. Speaking of which, the Indominus Rex would probably be made and probably used for more military applications. And this means that the Indominus Rex would actually be kept on the down low from even Maserati. And even a lot of other hybrids may also be kept on the down low from Maserati. I actually think having a a giant Titanoboa, maybe a Segnosuchus, a Superanotitan, you know, dinosaurs that would actually fit this military criteria. And eventually, they will be wanting to move Gorosaurus as he still has that perfect DNA combination to this, I guess you could say, for relocation. Now, the problem about this is that the Indominus Rex is eventually going to break loose here. And Maserati not knowing about it, this definitely hurts Dr. Wu in the long run. Because, again, now he looks, I guess you could say, even more shadier. And this makes a lot of more companies, they want him, they want to have him, they want to take him. And the Indominus Rex going on a rampage, tearing apart the paddock, turning off the island systems, would eventually lead to the final battle, but with Gorosaurus being there instead of Rexy against the Indominus Rex here. Now, excuse me, I think this is kind of obvious. Gorosaurus should take this with minimal difficulty. But again, we are talking about a Jurassic World made Gorosaurus here, so he might struggle a bit at first taking out the Indominus Rex, but I think the kangaroo kick would definitely come in handy, sending it flying into the mosasaur paddock, and then just, it's GG from there. Now, other events like Camp Cretaceous, it may take place a bit differently. I mean, having a creature like this running around, just as intelligent as the Indominus Rex, or maybe slightly dumber in like its own way, but with more extreme hunting methods. Honestly, I don't really see I can see Darius in the group surviving, but only if they stick to areas like the I guess you could say the Tyrannosaurus territory, but more so in the building. More so keeping themselves on the hush hush or on the down low when it comes to the Tyrannosaur area. And also, if we do know that there are other hybrids here, and you know the Scorpius Rex is running around, other creatures are running around, I don't really see the kids lasting too long on the island before anyone can come. If Tiff and Mitchell, you know, the two hunters go there, I think that yeah, they could possibly make it off the island. Again, possibly, but it's more likely that they could get snatched up by any hybrid just by, you know, entering the island. And again, a lot of these creatures would be captured by, you know, Manticore or Biosyn and shipped off to these different islands for, you know, selling purposes, weaponization purposes. There's a whole lot of things that could happen. And again, Jurassic World Dominion has dinosaurs just wreaking havoc across the entire world. I could only imagine what Gorosaurus would be doing within that entire verse. It'd be absolute anarchy. But anyway, that's going to be all today, you guys. Please comment down below, like and subscribe and share with your friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I hope y'all have a blessed day. Peace.